in Broad Coven. I'm here to bring you an occult wild card read. I got a very interesting download that came in a dream, and I knew that I had to act on it by doing a little investigative reading, see what's going on here. I knew something would come in with a full moon in Aquarius. There's too much expansion on offer, okay? So I know that there's people that are out there trying to counterbalance that energy. So the dream I had was that I went to go and open up the freezer, and there was a python in the freezer. And I thought, oh my gosh, what is this python doing in the freezer? So I went to go and grab some gloves because I wasn't sure, is this python friendly or not? And I just sort of wanted to protect myself from any potential bites. So I went and got some like work gloves to go and grab this python out of the freezer. And when I came back, there were two other snakes in the freezer with the python, and there was now a rat in there that was eating the python. And then I woke up and I got the memo real quick that there are 3 who have been doing some freezer work, okay? And the rat in this scenario is an opportunist. I feel this rat is ratting these people out. This rat set these people up, okay, to do this working. And I feel like this is a clear sign that this energy is turning, okay? So boomerang activated in this situation. These people were doing freezer work without really understanding what it means to put someone on ice or the payment required, okay? You can't just, put somebody on ice. It doesn't work like that. These kind of workings are very rootsy workings, so I do have the hit that maybe somebody who is doing this work doesn't have roots. This is important. Unless you're actually working under somebody who does have roots, okay, in a particular lineage, and they are guiding you through something, to mess with the roots can really put you in a bind. I do feel these people don't have roots that were doing these workings, okay? And this is significant because when you're doing that kind of work, you have to not only put your target on ice, but you also have to agree to a certain kind of physical repercussion in order to influence their will in that way. In other words, you cut the deal up front, right? The terms are clearly negotiated. This is somebody who didn't put themselves in that mix, okay? These 3 didn't put themselves in that mix. They thought that they could just impact somebody's free will, thwart them. That's usually what ice work is done around. When you put somebody in the freezer, you are trying to halt them, trying to keep them from taking some kind of action. Here comes Hawk flying on the wind. So messages from spirit coming in, pay attention, synchronicities abound. We're going to dive right into this without any further delay. We're first going to figure out who these 3 snakes and the rat are, okay? So the rat sort of contracted these people to do this work, or acted like they were supportive of doing this work, but they are definitely playing these people like a pawn, like they have a goal in mind, okay? And I do feel like they're outing these people and they're going to feast on them, okay? It's big setup energy. It's a trap. But I also got the sense that there might be a trap set for this rat as well, and they're just not aware of it. So we'll check that out. Also, I have to say that just because of my initial reaction of going in there and feeling like I wanted to rescue the python, okay, there may be somebody coming to you that wants your rescue. They want your help. They want your assistance. This could be somebody, I just heard pray for me. Okay, so there may be somebody coming to you asking, will you pray for me? This person is somebody that you consider a friend, or you feel a sense of familiarity and caring toward them. So this is why, I wanted to rescue this python, okay? But at the same time, I knew I might need to protect myself. So this might be somebody that you've been close to, but you've also had a little bit of suspicion around. Okay, let's figure out who the 3 snakes are. I got this pile of cards here that are just court cards coming in from a few of my different playing card decks. And so we're going to figure that out first. Then we'll figure out who the rat is. I also got Joker's Wild in these cards here. Okay, so The jokers, when they come out, are going to represent trickster spirits that may be attached to the situation, whether by karma, whether by bloodline, okay, or whether by whatever was called forward, whatever was summoned. All right, so let's check it out here. Who are the three snakes that put these people on ice, okay, or person on ice? I said people, so maybe it's multiple people. We'll figure that out too. Who are the three snakes in this scenario, Spirit? Who are the three snakes in this scenario, Spirit? Bottom of the deck, King of Hearts energy here, okay? King of Hearts, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody burned in love, okay? Somebody who wants some get back because their heart got bruised in this situation, okay? This is somebody malicious about some kind of romantic opportunity passing them by, malicious in regard to a breakup, something along these lines, okay? Let's see here. I feel like that's kind of the basis of the matter in this situation. Somebody really wanted to get somebody in the heart there. And with that, we got a Queen of Clubs, okay? Fire sign energy. Also in the shadow, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. I feel like this is kind of like somebody who is goaded on by this King of Hearts. This King of Hearts may be the rat. Let me get further clarification on that, okay? But this is definitely somebody who is familiar with the dark arts. This is somebody who prefers to walk the left-hand path. They're familiar in this terrain. I feel like these two have teamed up before in matters, okay? Also with that water sign energy there and that fire sign energy here, this could be cusper energy as well. So that makes me think Pisces, Aries cusp. Cancer, Leo cusp. Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. All right, let's get some more details here. Who is the second snake in this scenario? So far, we got a Queen of Clubs out as one of the snakes. Who is the second snake in this scenario? Queen of Clubs in the shadow. Who is the second snake in this scenario? Who's the second snake in this scenario? Okay, landed right on top of the Queen of Clubs there. The King of Hearts. Okay. Yep. Okay, so they were a team. Okay, so this is a separate character here, but at least now we know what this King of Hearts motivation is. And they're acting out of the shadow, but they may feel like they're justified in what they're doing. They may feel like maybe it takes a little bit of moving sort of sideways in order to achieve a noble objective. But this person's totally operating from the shadows. So it's interesting because they are coming out in the light. Again, we got water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, coming in very strong, double confirmation there. Okay, somebody who maybe presents as being in the light, somebody who presents themselves as being upstanding, but really behind the door, they got a little freakadeek occult action going and they actually operate out of the shadow, right? So this person may have some kind of standing or some kind of reputation that precedes them. They're known as a helpful person, or they're known as somebody who has some kind of spiritual understanding or knowledge. Maybe people turn to this person for advice or guidance. All right, I do see though that this person, you know, what's in the closet is that they move out of the shadow. All right, one more snake here. Who's the other snake? Who's the other snake in this situation? Who's the other snake who did this freezer work? Who's the other snake who put somebody on ice? I feel like they each had their own objectives, so we're going to dig into that too, and we're going to find out what the objective was. We're really going to look at this as if it's a spiritual court case, okay? There are three cards that came out here with the third, all right? Ooh, eek. Okay, there's a lot of this sort of like camouflage energy, cloaking energy coming in here. So we got a King of Spades operating in the shadow. That is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, all right? and facing off, I have to say, with this King of Hearts. So these two could be competitors. They may have their eye on the same person, all right? They could be competing for somebody's affection, all right? These two may actually be at odds with each other and not realize it, even though they're all working together. Interesting. And what's attached? Trickster spirits, two of them, okay? And what's interesting here is somebody was working with benevolent spirits, but in a distorted way. Okay, so an example of that would be somebody calling on Archangel Michael, okay, but using Archangel Michael for nefarious means. All right, so this isn't good. This is a boomerang coming back around from spirit. Spirit's got this on lock, so there's a little bit of spiritual teaching going on in this situation here too. I feel like there's two masculines in this situation that they think they're working together, but they're actually at odds with one another. And one feels very noble in what they're doing. So this is also sort of a vibe of a group of people, a group of three, that they already have some kind of faction, even within their group. Okay. This could also be when this was initially set in motion with this masculine water sign energy here. They had a different perspective, but there might be some kind of transformation that's occurred in this situation with this individual, which makes me wonder, is this the rat that's now turning on them? So it could be somebody saw the light in this situation, okay? This is somebody that maybe acted too quickly. They acted in haste in this situation. And now they're realizing that, ooh, maybe that wasn't the right play there, okay? Might need to revise this in a way. And they might even be talking to somebody in this group about this. Like, we might need to make some course correction here. And they're kind of like butting heads around this, okay? Who's the rat in this situation? Who's the rat that's outing these characters here? Who's the rat that's outing these characters here? It could be somebody born in the year of the rat. Oh, we got an earth sign energy who really wants to remain hidden, but here they are, okay? This may have been somebody who broke free from this little arrangement here. We got a Jack of Diamonds, okay? So this might have been like the voice of reason in this situation. It was like, whoa, slow down. You might want to rethink this before you move forward. This was like the practical person in this little group. I feel like it was 4, but there were only 3 that executed this, okay? But somebody knew about what was happening here. I feel like this person has like distanced themselves from this situation. Excuse me. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They were like, oh no, I don't want my hands in this at all. Okay. So yeah, they really felt like whatever was going on here was just too volatile. It was definitely something that was too aggressive. Like they felt like whatever was being done here didn't warrant the kind of action that they were taking. All right, now let's check out who here was the target. Okay, we do have a King of Spades in the light here, bottom of the deck energy. Okay, so it's interesting because we have both shadow light of the King of Hearts and the King of Spades. So this is giving a really kind of interesting take. I feel like both of these particular people feel justified in their position. These people could be exes, or like I said, maybe they used to be friends, but they're trying to go after the same person. They have the same object of affection, and so this is causing some issues here. All right, who was the target? Who was put on ice? Let's find this out. Who was put on ice? Who in the collective was put on ice by these characters here? Whoop. Okay, we had a couple of cards fall right in my lap there. What do we got? We got a Queen of Diamonds, okay? This is like somebody who really hits the social scene. This person likes to party. They also like to gossip, okay? They always have everybody else's name in their mouth. We do have a Queen of Diamonds energy, so that's, again, earth sign energy. This could be who pulled out. They're like, I don't even want to be associated with this. I don't want to be connected with this. They may know what's about to come back around. This may actually be somebody who has some experience working with the occult arts. And because of that, they're like, oh, this has bad written all over it. I don't want to be part of that. I'm pulling out right now. They see that some situation has gotten out of control. But I do feel that this character played a role in terms of how they sort of like stirred the pot. All right. And who do we got here? We got a Queen of Hearts, okay, in the light. So that would be water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this could be somebody who has strong earth and water in their chart. Okay. This could be somebody who stirred up some gossip. They may have been connected to this situation because I'm seeing the tie in with, you know, this energy here, the Jack of Diamonds. Okay, so this person may want a rescue now. This could be the rat, I have to say. This is the rat. Maybe they're now being targeted by this group because they started to kind of like run their mouth a little bit. They've been talking about what this group's been doing. And so now they're turning on this character here who used to be in the fold. This might be who's approaching you that wants some assistance in this situation. Ted just groaned with that. So I would say yes, okay? Somebody who likes to party, all right? They like their wine. This person likes to party. They like to run their mouth. They like to tell everybody's business, okay? This might be somebody that you're familiar with, all right? Let's go ahead and dive deeper because that was the basis of the matter. Who's the target in this situation? Who was targeted by the freezer work? Who was targeted by the freezer work in this situation? I do think there's like a love motivation here, all right? Somebody's spurned in love. And so they want some gift back in this situation. There's a little bit of a facing off, two masculines facing off as well. Maybe appearing friendly to each other's faces, but they're actually working against each other. Okay, they're at odds here. Who was the target? Okay, and this landed on the ground. Here's the target. Look at this. We got a King of Hearts here. Okay, so again, this King of Hearts may have gotten roped into this. At one point, this King of Hearts, you know, was in the light. This is somebody who's a man of influence. They got a big heart. This person could also be a father, all right? And this person also has like big boss energy. So this is somebody who has a certain level of status. They have a certain level of success that they've established for themselves in their lives. They're a businessman. They're in the money. Okay, this person has influence. This is somebody that has strong earth and water in their chart. All right. So then we got that as the target here. All right, let's feel out what's going on here. Oh, wait. One more. We need to really suss out the rat because we looked at the three, but let's really suss out the rat in this situation. Hold up, wait a minute, not so fast. Where did those go? Where did the cards go? They're hiding. Where did they go? Okay, fine. We'll use these. We'll work around it. New Orleans here coming out in reverse. So I do feel like this is somebody who maybe worked with some roots in this situation. There could be a New Orleans connection here. They could have hired someone from New Orleans to do this work, right? There's some New Orleans connection here. Who's the rat in this situation? Who's the rat in this situation? I mean, I got a strong hit that it's this earth, water energy, feminine, okay? It's trying to like slow something down because it's gotten a little out of control. They might have, you know, spurned it on with a little bit of talk, you know, a little bit of gossip, sort of fueling the fire, but something's become unmanageable, I feel, okay? So who's the rat in this situation? Who's outing these people? Who did these people get set up by? Again, we got the Queen of Clubs, okay? Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine here. Let's just confirm that. Okay, they have strong fire in their chart. Again, this is somebody who works the left-hand path. but I feel like they were working within a tradition that they do not have experience with. Not only do they not have experience with it, they don't have roots, okay? Yeah, this is a really negative person, okay? And this is somebody who betrayed you. And what did they want to do? They wanted to block you, okay? Jack of Spades energy. That is air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person has strong fire and strong air in their chart. This is somebody that you're familiar with. This may be why you sort of have a soft spot, or you might want to help this person out because they betrayed you, okay? This is somebody who's hell-bent on blocking you, right? Hell-bent on blocking you. Maybe you share somebody romantically in common, because I do see that King of Hearts there in the shadow was like sort of spurning them on, trying to get them to do this. All right, let's find out where were they trying to block up the energy. Let's have a look at this. It looks like there's a masculine that's the target here, okay? Masculine energy was the target in this situation. You may be connected to this masculine that was targeted. I do want to take out these cards that I pulled out from my Shadow Light deck because I am going to bring that in. We got a couple trickster spirits attached to this situation. The trickster spirits are the divine, okay? This is somebody who tried to work with divine energy in a distorted way, and it's really working against them. They may have felt they were justified in what they were doing. I feel like because there's a lot of emotions involved in this situation, but there's distortion here that's definitely been fueled by gossip, right? And like I said, whoever this is, they may have put somebody on ice, but they skipped the next step. They skipped the step of holding themselves accountable in this situation. Oh, there they went. Okay, let's check this out, man. Let's check this out. Let's just double check on that rat. Again, fire sign energy, okay? There's the cards. These are the ones I wanted to suss out the rat energy, all right? Let's just double check. Strong fire sign energy coming through there, okay? This might be somebody who, fucked around. They're about to find out, I have to say, okay? Let's check it out. Who's the rat in this situation? Who's the rat in this situation? Who's the rat in this situation who kind of encouraged these people to take this action against this this man of status, this man who is influential, this man who looks like has a good heart, okay? They might not be in that place now. They might feel really really out for some balance of their own in this situation. They might have infiltrated this group, okay? They may have found an in and they're weakening them from the inside. Interesting. They might have played along, okay? Somebody's turning sides here. It's got like turncoat energy. Who's the rat? Who's the rat? Bottom of the deck energy, a King of Spades. So this is like, it's got X energy to me, okay? Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius there, masculine. Okay, let's check it out in the light, all right? Okay, so this is somebody who is maybe seeing that something isn't quite right in a situation that they got like pulled into. I still feel like this person has an in with this group, all right? But they're sort of working against them, undermining them from within. And there we go. We got water sign energy in the shadow is the rat, okay? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is the rat. I'm sticking with it. That goes with what came out before, okay? This person has strong earth and water in their chart, okay? They like to gossip, all right? They like to socialize. I feel like they fueled the fire with, running their mouth, right? And now this person's starting to see that the energy is whipping back around because there wasn't a fair deal cut up front. That's how it works, okay? The energy will turn on you if you just think that you can, bypass the way the roots work. It doesn't work like that. So this is about to get a little hairy here. Okay, let's get this separated here. And we're going to look at what the aim was. What were they trying to do here? Let's just dig into it as if we're in spiritual court here and we're trying to sort through a particular matter. All right. Masculine was the target in this situation. Somebody with status, somebody with position. I feel like they're infiltrating the situation from within. They might have gotten suckered in at one point, I have to say, because it does look like initially their energy was in the shadow, but it's starting to shift. Okay. Meanwhile, like I said, there was already somebody within this group that was actively at odds with them, you know, even though they were wearing a false face, because they desire the same thing that this person does. Real strong water and fire energy in this situation. That came out multiple times, okay? Very, very strongly. Seems like it's sort of the basis of the matter, but that also makes me think like emotions are really heated, emotions are really passionate, emotions are really flared in this situation, and it's pressurized. It's got like the vibes of like a pressure cooker kind of situation. Okay, let's see, what was the aim? What were they trying to slow down for this masculine? Whew. They wanted just to completely finish them, I have to say, with the 10 of Swords here. They see that this man has some kind of big level up here. They could have had a huge financial level up, or they got some coveted new beginning that's happening in their life, this like sort of Ace of Pentacles energy. This could even be that they have an opportunity with this love interest, right? And they're trying to thwart that. And it was 27:11 on the clock when that came in. So yes, I do feel like they're trying to bring that alignment to an end. They feel if this person has this dream fulfilled for them, that this is going to, you know, be like just a total outright loss for them. They feel like they can't let this happen. So this is one of the things that was the aim, was to completely finish this person. Now, with 10 of Swords, that's not just like stabbing somebody in the back. That's like, I want to tear everything you have down. Right? I want to take it all from you. So this is not like, this is not a case of somebody just trying to slow somebody down. This is somebody that wanted to destroy another. Okay. That was the aim of this group of three. They wanted to completely destroy all somebody had. It looks like it's something that's protected for them. It looks like it's something that's their birthright. All right. There is protection energy around it. We're using the occult tarot here to dive into this to figure out what was the aim of putting this masculine on ice here. What were they trying to stop? What were they trying to finish? What were they trying to slow down? What was the objective in this situation? There's going to be some message coming in regard to this. Just saw a sparrow fly from the west to the east. Do be on the lookout for this. Somebody will reach out. This person is in need of some help. They're in need of some assistance. They might be asking for spiritual assistance. They might be asking for you to pray for them. Or if you're somebody who is familiar with the occult arts yourself, if you're an alchemist, they may be asking you to do something to help them. I would not get involved in this if I were you, okay? Don't, because then you're going to get looped into this boomerang energy that's already been activated. This is starting to roll out, so it's having that ripple effect among this group where they're starting to sort of move more into that mindset of every man for themselves, okay? Every man for themselves. And I do feel like the reason why there was gossip, you know, sort of generated by this earth water sign energy to sort of stir things up is because they had their eyes on a prize. You know, they had their own objective in this situation. They want to have their hands clean in this situation. You know, they want to be the one that throws their hands, you know, throws their hands. Ooh, they want to throw hands. Okay, this might be somebody that's really like riled up right now. They might actually want to fight. I have to say, this is somebody who has a lot of aggression They do like to party. They do like to drink. This could be somebody who gets really aggressive when they get drunk, right? It's feminine energy there, right? Feminine energy. We got, you know, a lot of sort of like real sexual energy coming in too when we look at the Queen of Clubs in the shadows. So we know this is like sex lies and intrigue that are fueling the fire in this situation. All right, let's check it out. What was the desire here? What did they want to thwart? Okay, well, I think this is one of the trickster's spirits in playing here. It says aim. It's funny. It says aim, but it was in reverse. The aim was totally off in this case. It was not justified. Whatever this group was aiming at, like they're fully not in the right in this situation. They wanted to create some kind of disappointment. They wanted to steal away something from this person that was supposed to be their celebration, okay? This person had also shared some secrets with these individuals, and they wanted to spill their secrets. And how did they want to spill their secrets and cause destruction? By fire. In other words, they want to spread these secrets like wildfire. Let's gossip about it. Let's get everybody stirred up. And there's all these birds flying now. So I know that this is how they tried to achieve this aim of destroying somebody. They really were trying to dim this person's light. They were trying to move them out of this position of advancement. I mean, obviously, this person was influential. So there's something that they had achieved here. They were getting some kind of recognition. They had some kind of level up, and they saw this person as a competitor. They had their heart set on something that maybe this character was already, you know, fully, you know, in line for. And so they felt like, well, if we can undermine them by sort of like outing all their secrets and taking all this stuff that was shared privately, shared intimately. It could even be that there was a little of that action that went on, a little sexual infiltration, you know. Oh, that pillow talk, you know, could have been turned against them, I have to say. The aim is off with this, though. We do have serpent energy coming in here again, okay? One of these serpents is really ready to bite back right now. I think there's a lot of turning on each other at this time. Another of these serpents has already lost their head in this situation. So somebody already suffered some kind of major repercussion. Wow. And there's tons of mockingbirds that just flew to the south, okay? So trying to take away from the innocent is something that is really being rectified at this time. It's not going to roll out like this. This situation is already being transformed. We have cat energy here too, okay? So that's matters of a secretive nature. So secrets were spilled in this situation. You could be dealing with a Scorpio in this matter. The water sign energy did come out, okay? Scorpio is snake in native birth totem astrology. You could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the cat. You could be dealing with a Leo as well, who used to roar real loud, but now they're kind of like, you know, they're trying to sort of like dim that down a little bit. They don't want that spotlight on them right now. They saw what happened to this other snake over here. Somebody's already lost their head in this situation. Somebody may be losing their head, okay? They may be sort of entangled in their own glamour that they've stirred up here, and now they're really suffering some clarity issues. Their vision's blocked. They're not getting their insights like they usually do. They're not getting their downloads like they usually do. They're really like off the mark. Their aim is off. Their aim was off in this situation. They never should have done this. They never should have done this. Okay. Give me more details. What was the objective here? What was the objective here? What were they trying to achieve in this situation by putting this influential person on ice? Do you remember, you know, genders are mutable when we're looking at the cards, okay? Because when we look at masculine energy, that's the active force, okay? And when we're looking at feminine, that's the more receptive force. So just understand it through that lens. If you're like, oh, well, I know somebody just like that, but they're not a masculine, they're a feminine, well, then it applies, okay? Let's see. The Chariot, all right? Yeah, they wanted to prevent somebody's advancement. They did not want them to be able to advance at all. And with that, we got wolf energy doubled here, all right? And it's interesting because we have this one wolf here sort of in the shadow, one wolf in the light. And I do feel like this character presents themselves that way publicly. They present themselves as if they're really upstanding, they're a good person, they're a helpful person. They might even be sort of like leader of a pack, leader of this pack. Wolf is Pisces in Native American birth totem astrology. And look what it says, sower of discord, destroyer of men. So this is what's funny. You know, sometimes people think, well, I'm not the one who put the person on ice. So then I'm, you know, my hands are clean in this situation. I can kind of like extricate myself from this and just get off scot-free. But no, this was all done through word of mouth. This is the gossip that fueled the fire, that inflamed the masculines in this situation to take aggressive action. This even looks like blood here, okay? So somebody may have actually worked with blood as well. Blood is binding, right? You make some kind of oath with blood, you know, you're definitely going to get yourself in a pickle if it goes left. I mean, this doesn't look like a positive energy here. And again, it's like somebody here presents themselves like they're really pious or they're a very spiritual person. Oh, I'm just a good little angel. That this person has a lot hidden. And they were sort of the catalyst for this situation, I have to say. All right. All right, we got a lot of insight in this situation. Cancer energy coming in with that Chariot as well. Okay, so it could be a Cancer, Leo cusper. It's possible. We also have the Pisces energy coming in there as well. Strong water, strong fire in this situation. Okay, again, seems to be most at the forefront here. Let's go ahead and let's find out what are these trickster spirits. Okay, I want to find out what spirits that they were working with. What spirits were they working with? What spirits were they working with? Oh, that's an interesting message. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. At one point, the angels and the demons were all on the same side. You know, the demons are the fallen angels, right? I just heard sometimes they work together, you know, to sort of like balance out that karma too. Interesting. Okay, so let's see who this group was working with. Who was this group working with? Who did they think they were working with? And then we'll find out what angels are coming for them. Okay, right now we're kind of looking at more of the fallen angel energy. Who did they think they were working with that was helping them out? Because I do feel like maybe they made an oath here, blood oaths. They made some kind of offering to particular energies here that might be getting them in quite the pickle. Okay, bottom of the deck energy. Whew, in reverse. Okay, we have Lorae. 9 of Swords. Causes great battles and wars, causes wounds to putrefy. Okay, so this could be somebody that works with things that are spoiled. That's a particular kind of magic. It's called coup, working with things that are spoiled. It came in reverse, and it's funny because it's like the aim was off. Keeps coming out as the aim was off. So whoever was aiming at this particular target, like, they didn't have clear sight about what they were aiming for here, and they definitely weren't in the right in this situation. So it's not going to turn out in their favor. This person likes to destabilize by getting in someone's head. 9 of Swords. They like to create confusion. They like to do dream work. They like to disorient. They like to block the third eye. They like to block the vision. This is somebody who's pretty vicious too with their aim, like 10 of Swords came in. So this is somebody who could even want to push somebody so far that they're like, let's get them committed, okay? It's coming in as, you know, big Sagittarian energy there, I have to say, all right? Somebody really with an off aim. All right, now we got all this energy, all in reverse came out here. We have 10 of Cups in reverse with fur here. All right, so this is somebody who wanted to take away somebody's happy ending to their particular story. All right, they wanted to sort of cut off that riding off into the sunset. You know, they wanted to prevent that chariot from moving forward. I am seeing the stag energy here. That stag energy would be Gemini as well. We did have air fire come in. Okay, Gemini in Native American birth totem astrology. This is somebody who stirs up through the passions. Okay, they create love between man and woman, and then they bring great towers in the wake of that. So this is somebody who may have infiltrated a situation, got everything really stirred up through the passions. They could have a strong Gemini placement in their chart and strong fire. And with that, we also got the Hermit in reverse. Okay, this is a wizard who goes down the left-hand path. We got Furcus here. This is somebody who's really into astrology. They like to study people's charts and figure out the best way to get in that way through working with the psychology. This is also somebody who has some understanding about palm reading, and they like to do scrying with fire. They may work with a lot of fire gazing, right? They like to work at night. They do a lot of like burning bowl kind of rituals. They definitely do a lot of cauldron work. Okay. This is somebody who works alone normally. They don't normally work with a group. So we got Furcus, Fur, all right? And then the final energy here, trickster energy here, ooh, shape-shifting energy. Again, this is somebody who may have come in as an advisor. It says reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies, okay? So with the Two of Pentacles here, the goal was to create some instability. Amen was another one of these energies that they could have been working with, or they may not realize they were working with these energies, but this is what they called in. This is a shapeshifter energy. It could be somebody born in the year of the serpent, all right? Or the year of the monkey. This is somebody who just likes to kind of play around. They might not take it so seriously. This has got dibble-dabbler vibes. Remember, you have to play to pay when you're working with this kind of roots energy. This person does not have these roots that they were working with. And there's a balance due here. All of this came in reverse. So this is somebody that might be kind of dealing with that lack of clarity right now, off with their head sort of energy. This is one of the snakes. They got caught monkeying around here. And remember, if you're a sower of gossip, like that's operating on that level too. This person is trying to sort of like change their colors at this time, you know, they're like adapting to the situation by pretending like they weren't involved in that play, or playing stupid, sort of got the image of the three monkeys, you know, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. This person presents that image, but it's not who they are. This person could be into palm reading, because it says reveals the past and the future. They like to work alone. They might have been riding this horse, okay? So somebody born in the year of the horse, or it could have been a Sagittarian energy. Maybe that's why the Sagittarian energy's aim was off. They consulted this person. This person read their palm. Read their palm by the fire, by a campfire. Interesting for that piece to come in. And they've been guiding this person. You can guide a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, okay? So like I said, there was this energy here that did sort of flip-flop, where they're like, ooh, wait a minute. This isn't leading me in the direction I want to go. This person may have actually wanted to be led to some kind of fulfillment of their own, which is why they consulted this person and they got led on a bit of a wild goose chase. And this character who seems like they're not anything to worry about, they may actually be sort of, you know, orchestrating this whole thing. The rat, remember, they're an opportunist. They may have wanted to get back at a group of people, at multiple people in this situation, okay? Let me do a cut of the deck here and see what we got. Page of Pentacles, okay? Strong Taurus energy here. Ox energy coming in as well. All right. This is somebody who's learning. They like to present themselves like they're this hermit energy. Got Virgo energy coming in there too. Okay. They like to present themselves like they're this hermit energy. Like they really know what they're talking about, but they're a beginner. They're still learning with the Page of Pentacles here. They don't know about this, whatever they were working with. They're not schooled in this. They don't have right to access it. They don't have roots. Okay. This person likes to work a lot with herbs. They like to work with stones. And they're really big on studying a person's chart to sort of like figuring out the weak spot. This is probably also somebody that has familiarity with their target, okay, because they really wanted to know the right place to hit them. And they come at it from a very psychological angle here. But this person is studying. They're learning. And it says they give very good familiars. So again, this person was coming through as being of help, being of assistance. I'm going to guide you in the right direction. There was a sense of this person is working for me, not against me. Not the case. This is a turncoat sort of energy. Marax is the energy coming in here, okay? They also like to work with familiars, okay? So they might have a cat. They might have cats that they work with. Lovers, Gemini energy coming through again in this situation. So I still got this love spurned vibe here. I feel like there's a feminine here that felt rejected. They made it seem like they were working in harmony with this character here, but it's because maybe, you know, they wanted the same thing this person wanted. This person felt hurt. They were going in a certain direction. They had their heart set on something that they feel like this person of status, this influential person, this business person that had some kind of ranking here, they wanted what this person had. And it could be a love interest, all right? And there could be a piece here where destroying that also worked for this particular character, the feminine, who was goading them on and acting as an advisor. They wanted the same thing. That might have been why they teamed up. Okay, so there was a certain like bone of contention here on both sides. It was 48-48 on the clock there, 12-12. Yep, that's what made them get together at the most magical hour of all and do this stuff. They were teaming up in this way. All right, but they lack vision in this situation. There could have been love workings involved in this situation as well. Some of these are in the mix, even as there is the desire to put a particular couple on ice, okay? So maybe this influential man is connected to somebody romantically, that they feel like the best way to sort of target that is to go through the masculine in this case and take them both down. 2 for 1, I just heard, okay? Gemini energy here causes women to love men and brings them together in love, but can make women barren. So I feel like, yes, that is the case here, all right? We got Zephyr coming in there. So these are just some energies. You can do some research on those if you want to know more about that sort of left-hand path energy there. I feel like that was the goal. they felt like if they could work through the masculine, not only could the feminine gain advantage over this influential masculine, gain their assets, gain that status, but they also could take away from the feminine as well that was linked to them. So I feel like this is like the targeting of a couple. All right. I'm really curious. I'm curious. What's the sign of the feminine connected to this masculine here? What's the sign of the feminine connected to this masculine here? It seems like they were targeting a couple, but for some reason they don't want it to look like they were targeting the feminine in the situation that's this influential man's partner, okay? Or was romantically linked to them in some way. They could be exes, it's possible, but in some way they're linked, okay? It's a divide and conquer kind of energy. So who is this feminine? Who is this feminine? Top 3 placements, please. Sun, rising, moon. All right, let's take out some ambiguity here. Who's the feminine connected? Okay, King of Clubs energy. All right, so connected to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This person could have strong fire in their chart too. They may act a lot from their fire, this feminine, okay? Her fire is really forward. She's a doer, not a talker, okay? She makes things happen. She hustles. She doesn't sit on her butt. What do we got here? And we got Jack of Hearts here, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Right? Queen of Diamonds energy in reverse here, okay? Okay, so interesting. Queen of Diamonds energy in reverse here. I know because of the writing on here. Here's that gossip, the gossip socialite. So yes, there's a love interest in common. This was the motivation for the working. This is the gossip that came in, the rat. That's why, okay? That's why the gossip was stirred. They had the same love objective. They wanted to help this person because they wanted, you know, to divide this up too. It worked on their behalf. All right. Who is the feminine? Not the feminine who was the rat. Who is the feminine that was targeted by this group? Who is the feminine that was targeted by this group? They really want to hide who the feminine is that was targeted, that's part of this couple that was trying to be divided here. Who's the feminine? Look at this. King of Hearts. They don't want to reveal this, okay? Because that's who the King of Hearts has their eyes set on. I'm going to do a cut of the deck here. See if we can cut through the BS. Jack of Spades. Air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Betray you. Block you. They wanted to betray you, block you. They view you as a negative influence. What's on the other side of that? Yep, it's an air sign. Okay, that's wild on the other split. Why did they do this? Because they feel like you're a negative influence. You are getting in the way of their objective. And I feel like that's the position of this gossip. Okay? So they betrayed you. They blocked you. But they didn't want you to know this. They didn't want you to know this. And look what's on the other side of the Queen of Spades. Look at that Queen of Clubs facing off with this Queen of Spades energy. Wow. This is wild. All right. Very, very interesting. I want to get some guidance for this influential man and the Queen of Spades in this situation. Could be an ex too. All right. This person has fire and they have air in their big 3. Okay, so sun, moon, rising. Right? 3 of Wands. All right. So how do you need to deal with it? Those who were targeted here, take your hands off of it. Let it go. Give it over. It's already being dealt with here with the 3 of Wands. Okay. Yes. Construction of the universe helps with great works and protection from adversaries. 54 on the clock. So time's up on this situation. There was another bird that just flew by the window heading south. This situation's already in a state of transformation. In fact, I feel like there's talk starting to pick up. There's messages going out here. All right. What do the people who were targeted need to understand about this situation? I don't think you should do any kind of, don't do any sort of research, return to sender kind of work. I've said that from the beginning. You don't always know who the target is. We can get, you know, clues about who's working against us, but you don't want to have margin of error there. And you don't want to go and do something that loops you into that karma either. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take on karma that's not yours. And if you energetically engage in a tit for tat on an occult level, then you get pulled into this. Okay. So if you really want to study alchemy, it's about transmuting these sort of lower vibrational energies. A true alchemist never gets poisoned by this stuff because they're able to transmute those energies right on contact, okay? They don't get roped into this. The only time they do is if they start to dive into their lower nature and they get weighed down in that sort of karmic cycle and they start saying, well, I'm going to, you know, throw this back at this person, okay? It's a messy, messy way to go. It does not imply self-mastery. And, you know, as long as you're doing return to senders, you are engaged in that tit for tat. And ultimately, the energy comes back to you because you're the one who sent it out, period. It doesn't even matter if it is justified, okay? It doesn't. It doesn't matter if it's justified. There's always some kind of price to pay in just the way it keeps you attached to these energies. Right? People often forget how it keeps them attached, energetically attached to energies that they're wanting to move away from. It's kind of ironic, okay? So be mindful of that. I've done a lot of talk about that on this channel. The sun, okay? Basis of the matter, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, okay? So you don't need to worry about this. It also says rabies and wild beasts. For some of you, they may have been trying to turn your fetch or your familiar against you. They might have tried to find a way in that way. And if you've noticed, like your fetch or your familiar has been acting a little strange lately, that may be why, okay? I feel like all of this is being restored because judgment is being called on this situation. The sun is returning. They're not going to be able to cut off that ride into the sunset. It is happening for you. We got Uriel here on the scene and already has the orders to bring about a tower related to the truth being illuminated in this situation. So there's disaster coming in for this particular group. There's a lot of disruption that's on its way. And all of this is aiding in a very necessary transformation, and it's opening up the road. Keep your hands off of it. Keep your hands off of it. Keep to yourself. Just, you know, maybe do a little bit more reinforcement of your boundaries. I could see that that could be important right now. Act with love and wisdom, and you'll have victory over those who would attack you, right? Again, get out of the way. Don't try to get hands-on when there's a tower in motion, or you're going to get caught in the rubble. Don't get buried in that rubble. It's not your tower to fall, right? Uriel also is the archangel that guards against destructive magic, okay? So I know these people were working with some heavy-duty stuff here, but this is being eliminated. Time's up on this, and there's also something that's due here. With the trickster spirits coming out the way that they did, okay, so this person may have worked with Uriel, but they were working with Uriel in a very distorted way, right? Uriel's like not too happy about it, like, yeah, remember that agreement we made back there? You even put your blood on the line? Yeah, I got something to say about this. Anything else here? No? Okay, let's go ahead and do a cut of the deck. What do we got? Strength. Right? You have the strength to overcome this. Big Leo energy. This is going down right now. And you're going to have people by your side too to help lift you up. out of this oppressive influence. Victory's on its way. Take your hands off of it and just watch it roll out.